Yo, yo, what up? Butch, you fucking stupid, man. Stupid ass. Drop a bag. Come on, baby. I'm mind this playing game shit, man. Let a couple people get in here, man. Mm, Might have to restart this actually. I kind of fucked up. Yo, Muck, what's good, bro? Um, so I guess are you defending the price increase, Blaze? Well, I mean that's why I'm live, right? I don't know about defending, but definitely give you. Oh, mom, man. All right, boys. All right. My God. I mean, we'll get into it in a second. Um, see, yeah, yo, anybody want to, you know what I mean? Listen, y'all, anybody that want a link and got something they got to say, y'all can. Listen, y'all, I gotta share this. So, but yeah, there's just I don't got. Listen, we'll get into it. Yeah, I just don't like how PlayStation does shit. You know what I mean? Randomly. You know what I mean? Very just super random. A little one like at 4 in the morning and shit. Uh, so so yeah, I had the podcast Wednesday, but I think it was that night where PlayStation had just put out the tweet randomly. And like I said, I think it comes out to a $50 increase, um, generally speaking. Right, generally speaking, a $50 increase, digital and physical. So, and the funny thing is, I just want to say I'm proud to be an American because I didn't see USA on that list. Now, look, listen. First of all, how Sony comes out and just puts out a tweet in the middle of the night. You know what I mean? People are sleeping, they wake up and they're like, "Oh shit, what's this?" Now, Microsoft and Nintendo have no plans to increase their price, but Sony seems to like so lately, like PlayStation of new seems to just jump the gun and do what they got to do. You know what I mean? Because they figure, oh well, everybody else is gonna follow suit. Well, they might not. And I think again, just like the Quest, when the Quest was increasing their price, I think it's ridiculous for something that when once hardware is out, for you to increase that price is pretty fucking ridiculous. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't. I bought the PS5 for $500, and 2 years later, damn near a year later, you're gonna increase the price. It just doesn't make. I don't give a fuck about inflation. And then it's just greasy how they put it out, right? It's just a random tweet, and people are finding out. So now, a lot of these markets already have to deal with like the tax of a PlayStation. Now it's increasing in price. And I just think, I don't know, man. I just think PlayStation, man, like, listen, we always knew these companies about their money, but PlayStation sure doesn't hide it nowadays. I mean, PlayStation just does not give a fuck, bro. Like, look, we all know these companies want their money, but PlayStation does not care at all. They just want their bread, bro. You know what I mean? Uh, Jeff B. Game, what's good? Kofi was talking facts. Sony know they can't do this in America. Of course they know they can't. You know what I mean? And the problem is, for the people that can't find the PlayStation due to COVID, due to fucking bots stealing their shit, you know what I mean? Due to other people, or whatever financial reasons, it's a goddamn shame. It's a goddamn shame, honestly, because you might not think it's a big deal, $50, right? But you looking at some of these prices, especially Canada, Australia, this shit's like out of control. a $50 increase, okay, then you're talking about tax and everything else that it comes with it. It's just PlayStation. I'm telling you, man, Jim Ryan or whoever the fuck is in charge over there, they're about their money, and that's the obvious part. Of course, they're about their money, but just how they go, like, you know what I mean? There's no transparency with PlayStation at all. Like, we always known this, but just they just expect, like, I don't know what they expected out of this. You know what I mean? I don't know if Sony thought they'll put out this tweet and like Microsoft will be right behind. Though, trust me, Microsoft's going to do the same. Just, you know, I don't know if they're in their meeting talking with their people, like, yeah, you know what I mean? They're going to do the same shit. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just it's not a good look, bro. It's just not. Four Horsemen, I appreciate the two. PlayStation has no limits, man. It really doesn't. Big Mike, what's up, bro? Johnny 5, Sean Benjamin. Yeah, I got a link. Y'all, you know, anybody got an opinion, I'll send the link, but it's really shocking how PlayStation just thinks they can just put out a tweet and there's going to be no repercussion. Be like, it's ridiculous. You know, these consoles are $500. You're spending $600 no matter what. You know what I mean? You gotta factor that in with tax. You know, then you gotta buy a game. You gotta buy everything's a subscription service. Everything, bro. You know what I mean? Like, these companies don't give a fuck. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all over here, and I've been guilty of it too. I'll come out and I'll feel like I'll have to deflect or whatever it might be. But these companies don't give a fuck, man. They're about their bottom dollar, which is obvious. But the way that PlayStation does it, you know, there's no transparency. They just figure, oh, they'll shut up. You know, we make good games. They'll buy. Like, man, it's just, it's hold on, let me check. It's just a weird time, man. You thought I was gonna come up here and defend? How can I defend this, Butch? How can I defend this? You listen. There's one thing trolling. How can you come up here and defend an increase of a product that's already been out for a year? They've done nothing to the hardware. It's not a remodel. It's not a slim. It's not a pro. How can you defend this? I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, there's no defending that.
I want to go and put these in the microwave.
Just a couple seconds. Yeah, it's just 2 years. Like, I don't understand. Like, Apple puts out this iPhone, right? So the iPhone 12, the iPhone 11, let's say, now just went up in price because of inflation. Bro, no, nobody gives a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain shit that just doesn't sit well with consumers, and that's one of them. Like, I don't understand how you can increase something. This is not a fucking Mercedes-Benz that, you know, oh, these things hold their values. You know what I mean? Like, or get more expensive. It's not a Pokemon card. Like, I don't understand this whole concept. And like I said, it's not even, all right, it's not like they have a video, guys, you know, we hate to do this type of shit, you know, but like, they just put out a tweet, here's the numbers, this is, you know, and you know, you'll usually got to find out by a third party or by somebody else on Twitter, or, you know what I mean. Green Glenn, what's up? I will post a link in the chat here if you guys want to. I'll evaluate your ass there, but it's just I'm curious to know if you think it's a big deal. I've seen people say, well, I already have a PlayStation, so why are people complaining? All the people that are complaining already own PlayStations. Bro, it's not the point. Of course I own a PlayStation. Of course, a lot of the people that are making content are content creators that have PlayStation. Doesn't mean that they're happy about it. Just because they own it, just because they don't got to feel the effect of it. You know what I mean? It's real weird. I don't know. What you want me to click, bro? Why am I looking at Sick Humor TV? What? What do you want me to click? I mean, look, nobody's happy about it, clearly. Big Cloud, I appreciate you. Muck, what's up, brother?
Ain't nothing, man.
Go ahead, holler at me.
So I don't like the increase. As a matter of fact, let me rewind. I don't like how Jim Ryan handles messaging. I think that's a false problem. Cause even when we look at like how he handled the upgrade path and stuff like that, I don't think he handled that correctly. He's not good with messaging or communicating to us. That's a false problem. And I think the reason why he dropped that news, how he dropped it, it was I think 8 or 9 o'clock in the UK. I remember he lives in the UK, so it was like 2 or 3 in the morning in the US, but it was morning in his time. So that's why he dropped it at that time. And in terms of the increase, it is really down to manufacturing because I know a lot of people don't follow like tech news and stuff like that, but TSMC told everybody that hey, we're gonna raise our prices on manufacturing everything. So that's why too the quest went up on price. A lot of these people who don't have like people like Apple and Microsoft, they have big contracts with TSMC. So these contracts are locked in. Unless you are
Right.
Apple or Microsoft, you don't have like guaranteed pricing on these chips. So that's why the price went up.
Now let me ask you something, right? You're from the Virgin Islands, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So what's typically a PS5 cost? Like tax? I know they tax you about $90 just for a PlayStation. So if we're paying 60, you're paying 90.
Listen, you know what's so funny? To tell you the honest truth, Blaze, when a lot of people start complaining about $70 games, it was a joke to me because we were already paying 70, $80 for a game. So paying that $70 is like, okay, you guys are complaining about. It's like in the US, you guys complain about stuff that other places just have to pay. So when we see you guys complain about stuff like that, and we know how much we pay for stuff, I mean, it's like it's funny. So right now back home, a PS5 is like maybe $600-700, and
So
people buy it.
and that's after taxes and everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, so this price increase, like I said, generally speaking, it's not the standard, but generally speaking, it's about a $50 increase.
Yeah.
For digital and physical, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but you think about that. You're thinking about $750
Yep.
plus, and that's just for the console.
Yeah, and the reason why really they increased it in these countries is the inflation rate over there is way more than America. So in
Yeah.
America, the inflation rate is like what 1 to 1.5. Over there right now, it is well in those countries. 'Cause I was looking at a lot of those countries is like 4 to 6%. So their money right now is way less than the US dollar, way less. So everything over there has gone up. So that $50 increase is on par for everything else that increase over there. And a lot of
Right.
people don't understand like the currency exchange and stuff like that is way different. The US dollar is stronger than it's ever been.
I know my boy that lives in Brazil. He told me just to get a PS5. I mean, he spent like $1,000 or some shit. Like it was so ridiculous when he told me. This is before this increase shit too. So
Yeah.
I think, like I said, Monk, you told me in the UK around that time it was like 9 at night. Would you say, right?
Yeah, it was 9 in the
9 in the
morning,
morning.
actually.
9 in the morning.
Yeah,
Sorry, 9 in the
but
morning. So like,
it was 2 o'clock in the US.
right.
So
Like I said, it's how they go about shit, right?
but that's what I'm saying. Every problem that PlayStation has had since the PS5 launch has been with messaging. And you have to chart that up to how Jim Ryan moves. Jim Ryan isn't on Twitter. He isn't a social person. You could see Jim Ryan doesn't like to see numbers. He's not a people's person. Sean Layton was more of a people's person. You could see you having a conversation with him and
All
stuff
of
like
them
that.
were Jack Trenton. All of them were more outgoing and friendly. And look,
Exactly.
but you
Sean,
know what, Monk? Sometimes these companies want, you know what I mean? Like I had the same problem at work. Some people like they want a robot. You know what I mean? They just want a guy that's gonna
yep,
go do the work. You know, they're
yep,
not here to make friends. They're not here to talk sports
yep,
with you. You know what I mean? They just want, hey, is this guy gonna give me results or not? He's giving me
exactly.
results. All right, cool. And you know, I think Jim Ryan to PlayStation, he's probably made so much extra money and so much extra income for PlayStation that, you know, really whatever he wants to do, they're gonna look at him and say, you know what, you've led us the right way so far. But you know, all these little things keep happening, right?
And no,
They keep adding up. Like, you know, it I don't want to act like the Xbox guys and say it's doom and gloom for PlayStation, because it's not. But like this is just like a, you know what I mean? It's like you know, you ever see those videos of a guy walking and he gets cheap shot punched right in the face, you know what I mean, from behind? That's what this is. It's like you send out a tweet, okay, and it just it looks like, you know what I mean? It looks like I fucking made it in Photoshop and put it. It's just really distasteful. And like Sony's got to understand, they know what Sony thought. I'm telling you, Sony said, hey, we're gonna jump the gun and do this because all these other companies are gonna have to follow suit. There's no way Microsoft's not going to increase. There's no way Nintendo's not going to. And right now, there's no plans for Nintendo or Microsoft to increase the price. I'm not saying it won't happen, but they've already came out and said we don't plan on increasing the price of the Xbox console.
but you see, with Microsoft, they do a lot of their manufacturing in the US, so
Right.
their
Right.
stuff wouldn't go up. Now Sony does a lot of their manufacturing over there in Japan and China. So right now, and right now, Japan and China, you know, they're going through their whole big recession too. So Jim Ryan just needs to learn how to communicate. That's his biggest problem. He don't know how to communicate. If the smart thing for him to do was to drop a big showcase, show us all what we getting next year and the year after that, and then put in this price increase. You know what would have happened? People would have been more focused on all the content we get in the next 2 or 3 years and not focus on the price increase.
Right.
You can't just drop bad news like that. You have to. It's just like your girl have something she likes.
Yeah, but
and
Mug,
you break it. You have to say,
right.
hey baby, let's go to dinner. You take her to dinner and tell her, you know, I break that thing what you had. Like you know, you have to nice it up.
No, they got to learn how to fucking go about shit. Like the problem, the Sony just doesn't care. They just seem not to care. And look, this is a great super chat from my guy Four Horsemen. He said, when you're the biggest and baddest, who's gonna stop you? And that's exactly it. When you're on top, you kind of dictate what the fuck's going on. You know what I mean? Like you really do. Like, and who's gonna tell them? You know what I mean? We can listen. The hardcore gamers, I guarantee you, I can call all of my friends and cousins, and they don't even know about this news.
You're right.
And you know what? And I guarantee you, they don't even care. They're like, oh, there's an increase. Like, you know, they don't care. They're just the casual consumer that, how much is it? Okay, here you go. Like, they're not paying attention to this shit. You know what I mean? But
I told a friend of mine that yesterday. I said the only people who really care about this are the people on Twitter.
Right. It's true.
Because everybody else
Twitter's the
who really wants
hardcore.
it, they're gonna just buy it.
Right. Big Cloud, thank you for the $5, brother. This is a funny one, even though it's not a super chat. I'll read. Said, "Blaze your toaster strudels ready." That's my son making some bullshit. Delta, thank you for the 5. Said, "Good morning, brother. Good news that OLED monitor has shipped a month early." That's been happening a lot, Delta. That Alienware. Now you're seeing other monitors that are OLED coming out. You're seeing this shit now, right? It's all starting to come out. So early adapters, but I know people are worried. But those, that other monitor that got launched, the HDR is a little shaky. But I'll get into that another day. Mike Brown became a member. Mike Brown, my man. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you for staying intact. You know what I mean? It's just muck. It's unfortunate. Like I said, I don't think Sony cares. When you're on top and you got your feet up, you can kind of dictate the room, and that's unfortunate.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's unfortunate, but they literally, the $70 shit. Yeah, people are still complaining about it, but did it stop anybody from buying any games?
Nope.
You see what I'm saying? Like, they don't care.
The only thing I don't want happen, I don't want Sony to get like Sony in the start of the PS3 era.
Super arrogant. Super
Exactly. I don't want that shit. Stay humble.
You gotta stay humble, bro. If you don't listen, you can act cool and act tough and act like it's all good and it's always gonna be, you can act like when I go live, if I just assumed I'm gonna have 20 people live every time, like, you can't assume, like, it's not gonna be there every day for you. You gotta put in that work. You gotta be fucking humble. Like, nobody wants an arrogant prick, bro. You can't sit up here and act like your shit don't stink all the time. Look, I'm not talking about not to talk your shit or be, or be confident, but if you just, all you do is just put out fucking cocky ass energy, like, ain't nobody want to deal with that shit. PlayStation needs to fucking wake up. Like, I am sick of getting a tweet from Wario, or it's always like, you're always finding out from a third-party source with PlayStation. PlayStation. Right. It's like, everything's leaking all it. Like, what the fuck? Since when is Naughty Dog? You know what I mean? Like, everything since The Last of Us 2, I feel like everything is just, when it leaks, it leaks. You know what I mean? It's like, it's the little things, like you said. You have like my girl, she don't complain about me. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. She'll always complain about the tiny things. The tiny little things she'll complain about.
Always. The minute details.
Those little details matter, though, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? It might not. You might not think it's a big deal because it's something small. Oh, come on. What's a $50 increase on a console? What are these guys? Bro, that shit matters. And how you approach that situation matters as well. If you just come out like, hey, guys, $50 increase. See you later. Tweet. Like, nah. It don't work like that, bro.
He needed to come out and explain it out to people and let people understand like the technical details. And then people would have been like, oh, damn, this really serious, man. Okay, we understand why this, that, and the other. I mean, he just drop it like, hey, take that shit. Just distasteful, man.
Guys, I'm posting the link to the StreamYard. If you guys want to come up and give your opinion, you're welcome to do that. And like look, Muck, I've always said if Sony wants to stay relevant and stay on top, there's a couple things they need to continue doing. Putting out quality products, right? Being fair to your consumer. And being fucking humble and transparent. And guess what? Sony has never been. I feel like, what the problem was with PlayStation? They came into this industry with a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay? They came into this industry. They got fucked by Nintendo. You know what I mean? They felt like, we got fucked over. We're going to put out this PlayStation. The PlayStation becomes a huge success. The PS2 becomes a much bigger success. Best-selling console of all time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So now the PS3 is about to launch, and Sony's like, look, motherfucker, we're next gen. Fuck that 360 shit. We're going to sell this shit for $700, and guess what? You can sell your kidney if you want to really buy this shit, because I know you want to buy this. That's the attitude they had. But then, you see what happened.
They got kicked in the face.
Then they came out like, oh, guys, listen, you know what? And then guess what? Xbox, they tasted success for the first time. They tasted They tasted a glimpse of first place for one generation. And that first place did not last.
Nope.
It lasted, but not until the PS3 eventually outsold it. But the point is, they had success and they had everything going from. What did Xbox do? Came out cocky, said, "Look, this we're gonna do." They talked about everything else but a gaming console. Everything was about TV and, you know, you can do fantasy football and bullshit, Connect TV, Connect. It's like a complete opposite. So now Sony has the advantage of the PS4 and everything going with that console and how great it was and how well it was receiving all the fucking games. And here they come out, and little by little, you're starting to see little, like I said, you want to see fake, you want to see someone that's not being genuine or real. I said, throw some water at a wall and watch the leaks. You'll see it. I'm telling you, bro.
Facts.
They got to get, listen, I'm not saying it's like Sony's not in trouble, bro. Nope. But these little issues that keep popping up is really, it's eye-opening. It's just like, that's like my girl, right? My girl, she goes out, she goes and sleeps with the neighbor, and then she goes on Instagram and puts it on a story. I slept with the neighbor. Good morning.
Yep, 1000% right. And to me too, like they shouldn't have changed leadership from the PS4 to the PS5. They should have keep that leadership, because Sean had understand we got a little too cocky with the PS3, the PS4, we gave back fate. Let's continue that fate.
Right. John the Don with the $5. Yo, John, appreciate you. Thank you for buying the merch too, by the way. He said finally off the 1080p and got that Sony monitor. Hey, first of all, John, the fact, I can't believe there's people out there that are still on 1080p panels. Okay, and I'm not judging you at all. It is what it is. But sometimes you got to see, like, when you go to 1080p to 4K, it's a big jump, bro. It really is. Like, it really fucking is. You know what I mean? But let me know how you like that monitor. You know what I mean? Listen, you know me. People think that monitor is overpriced. That's not an overpriced. That Sony monitor is not overpriced. It's actually fairly priced. If you're looking at monitors that around that price, 40p, all that. So
they're only saying it's overpriced because it came from Sony, though.
Mike B, welcome.
What's going on, brother?
Chilling, man, chilling. What you think?
Man, I was just gonna mention, like, I already had to pay a damn scalper for mine, dude. Like, that's what kills me about all this. Like, I dropped $800 on the thing when it came out anyway. Like, I couldn't find it retail. So like this thing is already almost impossible to find out in the wild. People are paying third-party folks in between to get it, and then Sony's already they're dropping a price increase. Like, what
so you had to pay somebody else on OfferUp or whatever, right?
Yeah, I got it off of eBay. Actually, I had a pretty good connection. My buddy in Texas got it from the same guy. So he kind of vouched for the dude. He'd been in contact. The guy would let him like FaceTime him and see it and everything. So I felt pretty good about it. And he was the same way with me. The console showed up, it was fine. I didn't get scammed or nothing. But
so you paid what exactly?
$800, man.
$800. But you wanted it.
Yeah, oh, no doubt. Yeah, I mean, I probably would have paid more than that. I just, it's like I have friends that did find it. Like they pre-ordered it. They did pay retail for it. And I'm like, God, dude, it's hard not to be salty about that. But now it's like they're asking us to drop in more.
But Mike, that's the thing, brother. You were willing to, you wanted it, right? And I'm not I'm on this place roasting Sony about it. What I'm saying is, if a consumer, that's how PlayStation's thinking. They're thinking, listen, if they want this shit, they're gonna buy it anyway. So fuck it, we're gonna put out this price. That's what they're so confident, they're so arrogant that they think, they're just, people are gonna accept this shit and go, move forward. And but this is gonna come back to bite them, because when you keep looking at PlayStation, you keep noticing all these little, they just throw it out there and expect people just to take it on the chin with no issue, and it's just,
yeah, dude, it's rough. Well, and that's going to embolden, just like the clown I bought it from, man. Like I'm not talking crap about the guy. I got a PS5 from him, but yeah, I mean, he scalped the dog shit out of me, just like he did my buddy. I mean, it's going to embolden guys like that to jack it up even more, because it's not like they're going to become any easier. Now, if the market was such that these things were readily accessible and even more accessible and more accessible, but it's gotten harder and harder to get. So that's what I just can't understand. I know that they just like the super chat there. Like, I know that they're trying to justify it by, hey, they got the games. Yeah, they do got the games, man. Like, there's no debate about that. They definitely got the games, especially the first party stuff. They definitely got the games and the exclusives. But like, damn, dude, it's like we get so excited about that, and then they drop this. It's like, yeah, I'm all about Sony, man. If given the option, I don't have an Xbox. If I had the option, I would have both consoles. But I'm in a position where I had to pick, and it was a no-brainer for me that I went with PlayStation 5, because
You went with PlayStation for the exclusives.
Absolutely. I'm not a big online player guy. I never have been, and what little bit I do, I still have a good time doing, like the multiplayer first-person shooters on PlayStation with my buddies. But it's all about exclusives, man. It's all about God of War, Insomniac stuff. That's what sold the PS5 to me. But I'm like, man, a lot. And then they're talking about, like, now is the price increase? Because you're more tuned into this than me. Like, I'm sure you follow it a little bit closer than I do. Is this just for the same PS5, or is this a PS5 Pro? Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, there's no hardware. There's no hardware change. It's not a slimmed down version. There's no extra content. It's literally what the Oculus Quest did by increasing the price. They did a rebranded and said, hey, the price is going up. And I just think, like I said, I'll say this again, people. I think it's ridiculous to buy a product, okay, and we're going on 2 years now, and you have an increase in price. I don't give a fuck about inflation. It doesn't make sense. Like,
No.
you're selling an older product that's been out for 2 years, and you're increasing the price. It does not make sense to me. I don't understand. I don't give a fuck about inflation. This is the problem. Like I said, these companies are going to continue to fucking nickel and dime us. That's why, like, oh, Game Pass. Yo, Game Pass is cool, but how many other companies is taking fucking funds from your wallet once a month, bro? Everything is taking funds out. People are so lazy now. Like, yo, they're just ordering groceries. There's a fun, like, people are removing money from your wallet every month, and that brings you to super chat. Mike Brown, again, thank you with the 10. He said, man, I think they're trying to, like you said, justify it because they have the software to back it up. But I do think it's an absolute greedy move. Absolutely, bro. Yeah, absolutely. It's greedy. It just shows their arrogance, bro. They're Muck, by the way, you got to connect your mic. It won't let me add you until you turn on your mic. It's an arrogant move by PlayStation. It really is. It's like I said, when you're in first place and you got your feet up, you just feel like, they're Scarface right now. Like, man, ain't nobody gonna come in this house and take me out of it. But no, you keep doing wrong, people will come get you.
But man, I don't want to sound like, I mean, and stop me if this is too pessimistic. I feel like, I heard Rev talking about, all he's excited for is remakes, and I feel that, because, like, we know how quality those experiences were when we originally had them, and if you push these through a new engine and give us these new experiences, it's familiar, but it's still new. But you hear that music again, and you've got that nostalgia. It makes me worry. I felt the same way, because Shadow of the Colossus, I was really into that game when it dropped back in 05, 06. So the remake, I was eyeballs deep, man. I'm from a little small coal town in southern West Virginia, dude. So, like, escapism for me as a kid was like, I was obsessed with games. Shadow of the Colossus was like, oh my God, dude, like, this beautiful world. So the remake, to me, after I played it, it made me worry. Like, dude, like, are the best days of gaming behind us? Like, is that why we're so enthralled with remakes and experiencing these games that because we already know what we're gonna get. We already, like, it makes me worried that, like, there's no new IPs. It's really the same entertainment. It's really the same across.
Hello, Muck, you there?
Yo.
Hey,
Oh,
I'm back.
Oh,
I
know what you're saying too. Like, I seen Rev's videos, like, oh, the only thing I'm excited for is remakes. But Rev's a different kind of guy, bro. He's not excited for the new shit. Doesn't turn him on at all. Like, and I don't blame him. A lot of the shit is trash. A lot of the shit is uninspired. A lot of the shit.
Oh yeah.
There's no there's no heart put into it. It's kind of, you know, copy and paste and keep it moving and shit like that. But, you know, the remakes, I'm with Rev on the remakes. I'll take remakes all day. But again, we didn't buy a new console to play games with a shiny paint on it. You know, not to say I don't want them, but we didn't buy these consoles to keep playing the game. Like, that's ridiculous that the PS5 and the Xbox One X are relying on games from the past to make them relevant. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
relying on games from, you know, the PS3 era, the PS4 era. You know, these games just came out and they're like Last of Us. Although I'm excited for it, and trust me, I'll suck that game off all day. You know what I mean? But
Oh, no doubt.
it's ridiculous that we're relying on older titles to make our next gen consoles relevant. It just does not make sense to me at all. It really doesn't. And like I said, I don't want to talk about $70 games because I think it's been ran into the ground. But like when you think about it, everything is going up in price. You know, they're like, there's no transparency. You know, they just figure, you know, they'll get with it. Oh, because this is what we got, bro. We got gaming. This is, like you said, it's your escapism. It's your comfort zone. You know what I mean? You ever have your girl like, oh, you're gonna get off that game? Like, listen, babe, like this is my remedy, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I don't go out. I don't go fucking. You know what I mean? I don't go fuck bitches. You know what I mean? Just like, this is my escapism, bro. Please,
I mean,
just let me do this
if she can sit and watch her damn TikToks for 45 minutes, I can play my shit for at least an hour or so. You know what I mean? Like that. There ain't no doubt about that, dude. I think that I honestly don't think that the Last of Us 1 remake coming out, I don't think that it would have the buzz around it if the Last of Us 2 was never a thing. I think us in the crowd that know like how special that the first game was, I think if we weren't so desperate for a palate cleanser, I don't know if we would be. Obviously we'd still be pumped about it, but I think we're just so excited to put The Last of Us 2 farther behind us in the rear view that makes The Last of Us 1 so. And honestly, man, I think Naughty Dog knows that. I don't know. Do you think we'd be seeing a Last of Us 1 remake if The Last of Us 2 wasn't so controversial? Or do you think they would have kind of just left it behind? I mean, we've got The Last of Us 1 with next gen components, haptic feedback, and all that before The Last of Us 2 got it. I think they know where their bread and butter. They know what side their bread's buttered on, man. I really do. Even as big of a clown as Neil Druckmann is, I think he's not stupid though. I mean,
he's
numbers don't
He knows
lie.
exactly what he's doing, bro.
Yeah.
No, don't get it twisted. He knows exactly what he's doing. Muck, so what do you think of all this? Like, what do you think of, you know, the Sony, actually the whole industry relying on older titles, bringing games back, everything. You know what the other thing is? Everything is a put a battle pass on it. You know what I mean? Make a season. That's just the wave, man. Like, that's unfortunately what it is. You just told me you don't play, Mike. You just told me you don't even play multiplayer games because you probably it's rehash. It's more of rehashing too. It's like, oh, earn a skin. You know what I mean? And there's nothing really interesting.
Yeah,
the money.
I think the problem is these companies have to kind of navigate the landscape. The landscape right now is casual gamers, not hardcore gamers anymore. Even
yeah, it's facts, man.
Like games going to PC, right? Let's be honest. If Sony was selling, say like Nintendo numbers, 30, 40 million copies of these games, they would have never gone to PC. They only went to PC because they felt like, hey, we only said 10 million, like 10, 20, 15, 12 million is not easy to sell. But if you're looking over at the leader, who is Nintendo, who's selling 30, 40 million, I mean, you're gonna want to, you're gonna want to sell that amount of money too. I mean, amount of software too. So I think that's why they went to PC, because they saw, hey, people are buying our games, but they're not buying 40 million, they're not buying 30 million. So the casual market is what controlling this whole gaming industry right now.
So you're saying the casuals are the reason why they think they can do whatever they want and there's going to be no pushback.
Yep. Because the casuals really don't care about what the stuff we complain about. The casuals don't care about.
That's fucking true. Like I said,
That's so crazy. Yeah, dude.
I'm willing to make a bet. Nobody knows about this shit. I'm telling you, when I speak to other people, I'm telling you they don't know. They just don't know about it. They don't care either. Like we're the only ones that care. Trust me, we're the only.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the casual market don't care.
No, that's a fact, man. And I think that's why it feels, well, it doesn't just feel, I mean, it is so saturated. Like, how often do you like, I mean, I'm on the PlayStation marketplace every day. I mean, I get on and I look at what's coming out, what's, what you can pre-order. And it feels so freaking saturated with just absolute bullshit. Pinball arcade games, mobile games. I mean, it's almost like it's like manga, I don't know if anybody's interested in manga. I'm not interested in manga, but I used to work in a bookstore and it reminds me of the manga section in a bookstore.
Yep.
There's probably like one or two really cool things in there, but like my God, the amount of bullshit you've got to sift through to find it. I don't even have the patience for it. That's why like I just look forward to the things that I know I'm gonna like, and the rest is kind of just noise.
Let me ask you a question. What used to sell more? The really good stuff or the mid-grade stuff?
Oh, dude, we sold a ton of Berserk and we sold none of that Sword Art Online shit.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
What we did, man.
Okay, look at the movie industry right now. The movies that we grew up watching. There's no more movies like that.
No, hell no.
Exactly.
Hell
so
no.
that's not saying that the casuals is what control everything right now. Movies, games, everything.
Yeah, you're right. I think that's why there's such a push for nostalgia. And I don't want to call it nostalgia bait. I mean, I think that's kind of perverse to say it like that, but maybe it is. I mean, maybe it is nostalgia bait, and I always take it, man, because like we were just talking a minute ago, like I know what I'm going to experience. It's so hard. I mean, I'm a dad now. I got 2 kids. We're all older. Like we're experiencing these things now. When we originally experienced them, we were completely different people. So if you get that little slice of that familiar feeling again, dude, that's freaking catnip for a guy like me. And it's going to be, I don't know what it would take for a brand new game, a brand new IP to really hook me, like hook, line, and sinker. Now, like the time I get to play games is limited. It is for all of us, man. We all got more responsibilities. We got bills now. We're taking care of other people, rely on us now. It's different than we were 15, 16 years old. I don't know what it would take for a game to grip me, like for example, like Shadow of the Colossus did when I first played it. Like I don't know what the hell it would take, man.
Yeah, but this game, listen. I don't agree. Like I said, when like I think a lot of people are saying this year is dry, and there's been a lot of dry spots. I'm not gonna, there's been some really dry spots, but you got to look when we look back at this year. If it turns out to be the year that I think it will be, like it's gonna finish strong. You got. For me, Elden Ring was everything, right? You got Elden Ring. If you like Horizon, you got that. You got Gran Turismo. You got God of War.
Oh yeah.
I know people keep forgetting God of War's around the corner. We got Last of Us. We got Callisto. We got Call of Modern Warfare 2. So I know it's like, yeah, this year sucks, but like when you really look back at this year, if it finishes strong, you know what I mean? It just these games are so massive. The development time and the development cycles on these games just take longer, and there's so much more money going into it that they just come out. They rush them out and it's a half-ass experience, or it's a copy and paste experience, or it's a great fucking game, but you only get one of them every 4 years. So it's like, the PS3 era, there was like AAA, indie, and then there was AA. Those like a. You know what I mean? There was those random games that came out of nowhere that were like AAA quality, but they really weren't. But they were good enough to hold you over, and they were unique. Like like a Spec Ops, like a, you know what I mean? Like it's just I don't know.
I remember to Blaze. We got to look back at all lives growing up, right?
Strictly, what up, my guy?
How much big games used to come out in 1 year? Not much, but you see now we want everything now. So we're going to get God of War, and we're going to finish that within, 2 weeks? Usually, like back then, we used to take our time with games, and we used to spend months on these games. Now, we want to finish everything fast. Everything is fast. So if we get say 4 games, like 4 big AAA games in a year, we think the year is dry. But really, like back then, if we get 4 games a year, that shit was crazy.
Oh yeah.
But
Well,
now
I
we
mean,
want everything fast. That's the
yeah, I
problem.
mean, you take your time with it unless you're one of the review clowns, and then you throw that bitch on easy and beat it in a weekend, or watch a playthrough of it so you get your
Exactly.
video up. You
So
know, you
so
know,
when I hear people
it's
say,
so
"Oh, this
stupid.
year is dry," I say, "With 3 or 4 big games this year is dry." I
Yeah.
mean,
I mean, it's ending strong. It is ending strong. But man, like I try my hardest to keep it in perspective, though, dude. I still try to remind myself that like there are so many dudes and girls out there that can't even get a hold of these consoles, man.
exactly.
They can't even get them. So like it has been dry. It is ending strong, but I try to keep that in focus, man. Because like I was in that boat, dude. I was sitting there clicking, refreshing Walmart.com and Best Buy and shit until I just got sick of it and paid a scalper, dude. There's people that still they don't have that option, man. They don't want to drop 800 900 bones
Hmm?
on a piece of hardware. They just don't have it like that. So yeah, it has been dry, but I'm thankful that I've got the console to have games to look forward to, even though they're few and far between.
Look, I I think it's a sign of the times. I think these companies know we're desperate. I think these companies know that we're bored. I think these companies understand that COVID put us in this fucking comfort spot of not leaving our house and getting used to that. Motherfuckers don't want to
Yeah.
go to work. Motherfuckers want everything that come to their door. They don't want to get up and do shit. Everybody wants people to come over and hand them everything. It's the sign of the times. Like they know that we love this shit so much. We're so passionate for this gaming shit that we're just gonna get the money and pay for it and shut up. Like we're gonna complain, but
Mhm.
will this be an argument? Unless you're the Xbox side, will this be an argument a month from now? I, I, I think
Yeah.
it'll just get lost in the dust. Unless you're on Twitter and you got people doing spaces about it because they can't help it because they got nothing else to talk about. But
Facts.
what I'm telling you is, I don't think this will be an argument. I think people will forget about this shit, and that's the unfortunate part of it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
But that's why I say, "Oh yeah, Blaze. If Sony had a showcase like say a week or two before this, or even the same week, this wouldn't even be a conversation because people would be talking about, oh, you see this game? Oh shit, I can't wait for this game. Oh, this game had. Oh my God, we're getting this game at this date." So people would have had something else to talk about, and this would have been, all right. They raised it by 50. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
nah, it's unfortunate, bro. I'm
It,
telling you, man. Like, you guys think Microsoft or Nintendo will eventually make this move, or you think they're
but
staying away from this shit?
but the funny thing about it is, Blaze, what a lot of people don't know. I can't remember where it is exactly, but someplace in the Middle East, Microsoft did raise the price of the Xbox, but nobody bats an eye because it was Microsoft.
Yeah.
The minute Sony does something, the wall is on fire.
No, that's a
Yeah.
Microsoft
fact.
does it, it's like nothing.
I think because we're so used to Sony being, consumer friendly because they take care of us so well with the games, man. That's why it feels you feel bitter whenever they drop a price increase like that, man. It's
Yeah, but are they taking care of us, or are they just doing what they're supposed to do? Like, wait, like the
yeah, no,
that
you're
that's
right.
look at perception.
One
What
sec,
I'm
my
saying to
earpiece
you,
not working.
we're so we're so used to bro, we're so used to Xbox or other games coming out incomplete or being mediocre that when Sony, like, we're just so used to Sony putting out good games that when they do something wrong, everybody pays attention to it, because
Facts.
usually Sony's known just for putting out good games and that's it. And Sony's got some duds too. Don't get it
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah,
twisted.
yeah.
Not everything
Oh, hell
Sony,
yeah.
they
Hey,
got some
nobody's
fucking
perfect.
trash
No
too.
company's perfect.
Right.
Yeah. Man, you're mentioning you asked, do we think Nintendo would ever do this? Man, I'm not really. I have a Switch. I bought a Switch for my oldest daughter. I played occasionally. She plays the dog shit out of it. But man, from what I gather, um, I think Nintendo can damn well do just about anything they want. Like I
Anything.
think that's a whole separate dog, man. There really is. I
Anything.
don't. Those players, you know, a lot of them own multiple consoles, but like, and I'm sure you know, man. Like, Blaze, you talk to a lot more, you know, gaming dudes than I do. Folks that are about Nintendo are about that shit. Like
Yep.
they're ride or die, and they've tuned into that fan base, and they've been doing it since the freaking 80s, man. They just know what to do. I mean, the Switch came out and was like, oh my god, a docked console that still looks pretty good, but also offers the best handheld video game console we've probably ever seen. Yeah, damn, you can't stack that shit up to like.
Yeah, and Nintendo don't put their software on sale.
They don't. That's
Exactly.
the other thing. You know what I mean, Muck, right? They're gonna complain about PlayStation this, but look at what Nintendo's doing, bro. Nintendo doesn't have price drops. They don't have, if they have a sale, it's like $5 off. You know what I mean?
Yep. Listen, when God of War comes out, when it's coming out, November, December, January. By February, you will see it on discount. Nintendo, they don't do discount.
After a couple months, God of War will have some sort of a sale.
Exactly.
That's a fact.
Exactly.
But that's the shit nobody
something.
complains about. Yo, Animal Crossing was the #1 selling game. I thought it was ridiculous. How Animal selling that shit. So I know it was a pandemic and everybody was in the house and whatever, but and that, like, what did they add? Like a lava lamp, like an island, like, you know what I mean? Like, what I'm saying is, like, people don't keep the same energy. Like Nintendo, talk about Xbox rehashing the same games over and over and over and over. Nintendo has relied on the same IPs
over and over and over. And if
every Mario game's not the same, I understand, but the IP, the concept is the same. It's Mario, my guy. Whether you're in a side scrolling or you're throwing a hat or you're on the moon, it's, you know, I'm not saying those games are bad, but you know, a lot of companies rely on the same IPs. Look, I gotta give it up, yo. At least PlayStation has put out new IPs that are memorable. They're memorable and they're doing well and they sell well. Not all of them hit. We know this. But you got to give them credit. The hardest thing to do in this industry is put out a new IP.
Yep.
God of War 2018 got a permanent price drop less than a year after launch.
Exactly.
Yeah. There you go. That's exactly what the fuck I'm saying.
Listen, like, go and try to buy Animal Crossing right now. It's the same price, same 60.
100%. But that's why dudes that own Switches they like buying their games physical.
Yep.
Because they know that value is gonna stay there. You know what I mean? It's gonna be there. Yo, Eddie Denny, dog, thank you for the member, bro. Appreciate you so much. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's just, and that's what it is. People are gonna cap for their own company and their own piece of plastic. Like I said, I've been there, I've done that. Trust me. I've been there, I've done that. I'm not gonna even shy away from it. I actually enjoy doing it at points. You know, I got a kick out of it, you know, getting people all fucking in their feelings and shit, you know. And look, I'll tell you this: if PlayStation thinks that Microsoft is gonna do it, what about if Microsoft says no, we're not doing it, and Nintendo says no, we're not doing it?
But they already did it. Microsoft
like if they
made a statement.
I know they did, but what about if they stand on that? Like, you know, companies say things all the time.
Yeah,
Muck. You know what I mean? I was told by a good guy in Great Britain that said, you know, we believe in, you know, exclusives and
we believe in generations.
So, yeah, we believe in generations and blah blah blah. So, you know, what are we talking about? You know what I mean? These companies say shit all the fucking time. You know, that's all I'm saying. Like, we can't.
That's true.
I don't know. Yo, Jay Medina, what's good, Meds? What's good? Rob Jones, Mr. M, Melodic Punk. I see you trying to get in here. You know, whatever. Like I said, guys, I'll post a link. Talk about this for a little bit longer. But no, like that price increase. You know, there's people capping saying, you know, dude, it's $50. You pay $50 just in tax. It's not the fucking. If it's only, look, for the people that say it's only $50. If it's only $50, then why do they even increase the price? If it's only $50, if that $50 wasn't significant to Sony, then why even increase it in the first place? Because they understand $50 times $1 million is a lot of fucking money.
Exactly.
That's why it matters, because if it didn't matter, then what's the point of them increasing the price?
Mm-hmm.
And they, like you said, they know better not to bring that shit over here,
Yeah.
right? In America, because we're not, again, but even if Sony comes out like, yeah, $50 increase to America too, I don't think it'll change the damn thing.
Nope.
People, dude that was on here, Mike, I think his name was Mike. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you. But he said he paid $800 for a fucking through a scalper, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is what it is. It's you're damned if you do, damned if you muck. If you go through Sony, price increase. If you go through the internet, it's a price increase. You're fucked either way.
The biggest thing to this whole equation is, right, you can't sell something you can't get. That shit is still sold out. Every place you look, you have to fight to get the console.
Is it though? Because I think Jack said that they got Horizon bundles on PS Direct. I think I read that. Maybe I was wrong.
Yeah.
But still, still muck. Till this day, I've never walked into a store, a Target, a Best Buy, Walmart. I've never seen a PlayStation. I know I've seen pictures on Twitter. I'm not saying it don't happen. I haven't seen it.
But that's what I'm trying to say. It's not until you could walk in a Walmart, a Target, a Best Buy and see it on the shelf is not really readily available. Because I walked in Target when it was last week or week before. I saw Series S, I saw Series X on the shelf, chilling. That's readily available. Until the PS5 is in stores readily available, it's still a problem.
I haven't seen the Xbox. I mean, I haven't seen a Series X on the shelf either. I'm just being real, but I don't go out a lot, so I don't know.
Yeah, I seen it in Target before. The S and the X.
Yeah, bro. Muck, like I said, do you know somebody that needs a PS5?
Yeah.
Is this gonna stop him from buying one?
Nope.
That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Nope. It's just like this. I think it was this week or last week. Tesla just said, "Hey, we're raising the price on." I think it was like self-driving by $5,000. Teslas are still gonna sell. They haven't changed. It's nothing they changed in the car. This is all about software. They're raising the price of software $5,000. They're still going to sell. So when the people who online, I don't even want to call the person's name, but I see somebody, Xbox, you could say ambassador, a Game Pass ambassador, saying, "Oh, this is a shame. This, that, and the other, this, that, and the other," online. But he didn't have that same energy when Xbox went up on pricing. I think it was Israel or some place like that. He didn't say that. Tesla just went up on price. He just bought a Tesla. He didn't have that same energy. But you see, it's funny how it's convenient to say so because it's Sony. It's convenient. Hey, Blaze, all of this shit is a matter of convenience, man. There's no real outrage on this shit. It's fake outrage.
It is fake outrage. I really, listen, bro. These, like I said, man, when this shit first came out, I swear to God, I wish I could find the tweets because they deleted them. There was a couple PlayStation guys that said, "Why are people mad? Y'all already own a PlayStation. This don't affect you." You know what I mean? And then those, once the outrage started coming, whether it was real or fake from those people, I can't find those tweets anywhere. I swear to God, I wish I would have screen capped them. But it's funny because people go with the flow. They're not. They don't. A lot of people can't make their own decisions. They're like, "Oh shit, well, Twitter's against this. I'm gonna be against it too. I'm not gonna be this." Bro. Instead of just saying how the fuck you feel, they just go with the flow because they don't want to. You know what I mean? There's people that like going against the grain.
Yep.
Cough, cough, Alex. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But
I like people who just stand on their word, man. I just like that shit because that shows me that you have some kind of balls. If you think hey, it's not a big deal, stand on that shit. Don't care what everybody else say. Everybody else could say, hey, yeah, it's a big deal to me. Okay, to you, but to me, it's not a big deal.
Hey, Blaze, I got to run back into the office, man. I just wanted to hop back in and tell you thanks for letting me chill for a little while, man.
Bro, that's easy, man. I appreciate your time, and honestly, it was cool. I'm trying to. I wish more people would come up. I just want to hear their opinion. Thank you for your opinion, brother. You can come up anytime.
Yeah,
anytime.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate it, brother. I'll catch up with you soon, man.
You. Yep.
And
no
who's
doubt.
what's the other who?
That's my guy,
name?
Muck.
Hey,
Muck.
bless, man.
Muck, nice to meet you, man.
All right, take care, Mike.
I'm from Southern West Virginia. Where are you from, Muck?
Originally from the Virgin Islands, but I live in North Carolina.
See, that's cool as hell, man. You meet all kind of people.
Yeah, that's good.
That's cool as shit. All right, stay up, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Take it easy, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Melodic Pump with the 2, he said had text issues with my experience, so I'll just listen. That's all right, bro. Like I said, man, I appreciate you even stopping by. Did I miss a super chat? Oh, shout out to the bad person. This guy's a horrible person. Great morning to be in the ghetto. Hashtag GhettoCast. Dundo my hundo. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, so oh shit, we got more. I'm sorry. Randy Bill. Wow. Randy Bills. Is this Jack Moose channel? Or is this wait, hold on. Am I on Jack Moose channel? Randy Bills. That sounds familiar. No, I'm just playing with you, Randy. Baby, you already know, man. Thank you so much for the 2, my guy. Yeah, so Muck, again, fake outrage is a real thing.
Facts.
Fake outrage. Listen, all these motherfuckers cry on Twitter, and a lot of it's fake, bro. Honestly, they just want to be a part of a conversation, Muck.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, I don't think nobody really cares about this shit. Honestly, personally, it don't affect me at all. But it's still bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It don't affect me. I don't care. But it's still some bullshit.
Let me show you how fake the outrage is, right? The person who started the outrage on the Last of Us remake, right? They got a free review copy. If they really wanted to stand on this game isn't worth 70 to them, you know what they would have said? They'd have make a stand and say, hey, Sony, I don't want your free review copy because on principle, I don't think it worth it, and I think you're ripping off people. But you know what they did? They took that review copy. And they say they're going to post their review this week, next week, sometime. That's how I know this shit is fake, Blaze. If you standing on something, stand on it.
Stand on your 2 toes, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Don't say you against the $70 for this game and then take a free review copy. Tell them, nah, I don't want a shit because it's not worth it. And I standing on the principle that you guys are overpricing this game. But guess what they did? They take it and they're going to use it for content that they're going to get paid for. See how fake people is?
It's unreal, bro. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy.
No balls, man. Just no balls.
Dude, I'm telling you, there's no shame in this game, bro.
Nope.
Rami with the $5 says Sony indirectly increased the price in the US by 15 by only making Horizon bundles available. You can't buy PS5 individually. I mean, I'm sure there's a certain avenue, but when you're talking about retail, that's fucking crazy. So they did it without, you know what I mean? That's crazy. They basically increased the price by adding, but at least you're getting a game. You know what I mean? But whatever. But at least you're getting the game for real. I see what you're saying. That's actually smart. But at least you're getting the game. I mean, fucking bullshit, bro. I'm telling you, man. That's a great way to Rami. That's a great. Thank you for that super chat. That's low key smart, bro. Didn't even think of that because they're giving you no other option.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? The Verizon, for them to throw Verizon in that box cost them nothing. Trust me. You know what I mean? So, yeah, these companies, man, I'm telling you, man. These
companies are going to do what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to make money. And they're going to do anything they need to do to make that money.
Muck, let me ask you something. Speaking of, that game. What would I bring up? Animal Crossing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember Nintendo released Animal Crossing, the bundle,
Mm-hmm.
the console.
Mm-hmm.
It was $500, I think, or 400. I think it was $400 or $500. Somebody help me out with that. I don't remember. Maybe I'm wrong completely. But the point is, the shit didn't even come with a game.
No,
No
it was just
download
a
voucher.
theme.
You see what I'm saying? So then they wonder why that game sold so much. Like there was Animal Crossing bundles with no voucher code, no physical. And you know what? Shout out to PlayStation. Who has bought? Anybody in the chat bought a Horizon bundle? Anybody? I'm curious to know if Sony's still putting physical software in the box, because Sony last generation, the PS4, they were the only company that was giving you a physical disc
Yeah.
in the box. So if you bought Spider-Man PS4 Pro, you got an actual disc with the case of Spider-Man. And they were the only company doing it. No other company is doing that right now. Not Nintendo, not Microsoft. They just put a voucher or that's it. So I'm curious if anybody bought Horizon bundle, does it come with an actual game? I'm really curious about that.
I gotta look that up for real. And the
Strick, where
Horizon
you at,
bundle,
baby? Where
the
you at, Strick?
Horizon,
I know you up.
the Horizon bundle, is it? Let me look at something. I wonder if it's the disc PS5 or the disc-less.
Oh, look at Future 4K. It says My Horizon Collect. Oh, wait. That's a collector's edition. I'm talking about the console.
Yeah, the console itself.
I bought the Horizon bundle last week. It's a code. Oh man, they finally switched up. Fuck, bro. Finally.
Ask them if it's a disc they bought or disc-less. That would be the question.
That bundle, the bundle is a disc PS5.
It is?
Yeah, damn, they finally switched up, bro. Fuck, man, they finally switched up. Wow. I mean, hey, at least they did it for as long. I mean, for them, it's so easy to print out a code. I mean,
Yeah.
damn, that sucks. They were the last one, bro.
Yeah, they were the last one.
You're muted, dog.
Strick,
Oh, what up?
There
What
you
up?
what it is?
First of all, happy Friday, man.
Happy Friday, man.
I'm
Yes,
I'm
sir.
I'm gonna be very brutally honest, dog. I don't really know. I don't want to say I don't care, but it's just like when I look at Twitter, bro, and I look at the stupid shit these people saying,
Speak.
it makes me not want to talk about it, man, because a lot of these conversations lack nuance. To be honest, I mean, we got people talking about. Let me make something clear too, man. It's like everybody talking about doing research and reading this, and everybody wants to be financial analysts and all that stuff. Like, look, man, like it's just funny because in the article, people just picking inflation as a talking point, but another talking point, which was the most important, was foreign exchange rates and adverse currency change.
xBLAZE what I told him.
Japanese yen has tanked, so of course they have to increase the price of the PS5 and
The power of the dollar, basically,
because they have to make up for that profit. So people saying PlayStation is getting greedy, you sound stupid, because if you want to be technical about it, the only reason you can say they're being, or the only way you can say they're being greedy, is if they're making more than they were before. They are not. Sony is a publicly traded company.
Mm-hmm.
Investors are very important to the success of that. So guess what? If they don't do it and they continue to take that loss, investors are going to pull out, and guess what that's going to affect? Exactly.
their
So
bottom line.
along with that, right, is all you see is people talking about PlayStation. They have to strategically move different because they can't just buy stuff like Microsoft can, which is a fact. But why is it different now? Of course they have to strategically do this. They have no choice. PlayStation is their bread and butter for Sony.
Mm-hmm.
The most profit. So taking a loss sounds stupid. And a lot of these conversations lack nuance, bro, on Twitter, which is why I don't even get on Twitter and talk about it.
Speak.
And it's super goofy. You know what I'm saying? And who you don't see people mention it. And look, maybe I'm just not paying attention to it enough, but people are not even bringing up the fact that Xbox did the same thing.
I just said that.
They increased the price of the Series S and X in India. They just stealthily did it. August 8th, there was an article saying this. August 8th.
Yeah. But when I brought that up on Twitter too, but they said that's only one country. You know what I mean?
That's not the point. They did it.
Right.
That's what we arguing about, right? Increasing the price.
Listen, chat. This got nothing to do with Sony this or Sony that or defending this. This is just a conversation. Don't take everything literal. And listen, sometimes information, you might not like the information, but what he's saying is not completely wrong at all. He's basically saying he's saying they increased the price to make the same amount they're supposed to be making.
Exactly.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, if they do not, fam, investors are going to put this isn't defending, this is literal facts. Like, I'm not defending anything. You can take Sony out of it and put in any company. They would have to do the same thing, especially if they're a publicly traded company.
But
you know what I'm saying? But again, this is why like I only really have these conversations now, you know what I'm saying? And like, our little Discord conversations or on the phone with whomever, you know what I'm saying? That's why I only had those conversations on those type of platforms, bro. Because people are going to think they're going to say you're defending this, that, and the third. They still think it's about PlayStation. It's not. If you really want to get down to the nitty and gritty of it, it's about money, and that's the problem in general is money.
But straight, look at it this way, right? Since the announcement of this price increase, I went and I looked at the stock before and after. It only dropped by $1. $1. That to tell you the investors are not panicking like everybody on Twitter or not up in arms. If it was, that shit would have fallen off a cliff.
Bro.
I mean,
it's like, what are we talking about, man? Like I said, this is why I'm choosing not to even engage in most conversations on Twitter, bro, because you know what I'm saying? No matter what
Oculus did it, right, Strick? Oculus did the same thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't.
Yeah, they did.
No, they did.
By $100, I think.
By $100, the VR headset that's been out for like, I don't know at this point. But the point is, I think the more companies that do this, the more you're gonna start seeing a lot of companies follow suit. And I'm not saying they should do it or shouldn't do it, or it doesn't affect their bottom line or doesn't. But strictly, can we agree on one thing at least? That how they go about this shit is just kind of like, you know what I mean? It's 3 a.m. Sony sends out a tweet with a little file. It's like, you know what I mean? It's just I'm not saying they don't have the right to do it or if they can't do it. I'm just saying like how they go about, not just and it's strictly, I'm not just talking about this current situation. I'm talking about how that's how Sony does everything. It's always we find out by somebody.
There's nothing wrong with like being mad, like angry as a consumer. You got to pay more. Like none of this is good for consumers, like at all. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is how else were they going to do it? You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it now, the reason I say that is because just 2 years ago, or 2 years ago, when the PS5 had just launched in around January, February timeframe, weren't people complaining about the lack of transparency and communication with PlayStation? Now here they are being transparent and people still complaining. So it goes to show you, I'm not defending any company, but I'm just saying they can't win regardless. It's like we wouldn't be able to.
Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because again, Xbox dropped the article saying that they increased it in India. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have to be transparent at all, but they seen the feedback and they wanted to be more transparent. But here they are being transparent about what's actually going on, and it's a problem. You feel me? So again, this ain't even about just we could take PlayStation out of it and put Joe Schmo's new company in here, and I'm gonna say the exact same thing. You feel me? But again, no matter what I say, people going, you know what I'm saying, they're going have their, opinions or whatever. But you already know, like, it is what it is. But again, a lot of these conversations, man, like specifically with this and these type of conversations, they lack a lot of nuance. And they like nuance because they don't want to get to the bottom of what the actual answer is. I'm down to, I like to know the answer. Not no fake outrage following, being sheep following people and just being fake outrage about price
You get to the bottom of it.
Calling out
gritty.
Sony and all of that. Yeah, it's BS. I'm not about that. I'm about actually finding the answer so I can be more knowledgeable on the subject itself, not just that topic, but on a grand scheme of things. Learn.
What does Fat Joe say?
Yesterday's price is not today's price, man.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just keeping it all the way 1,000. Like, with you know what I'm saying? When you got investors investing in you know, the product, and PlayStation is the bread and butter of it, what can you really do? The only time you can really, when you can call Sony when you can say they're being greedy for this specific instance, is when to an extent it goes back to normal and they still keep the prices at the price that they increased them to. That's when you could be like, okay, they're being greedy. But until then, technically you can't say it.
And look, listen, because I've watched, I think Jay Barry made a little video and I watched it, and he was talking about, you know, he's not surprisingly, a lot of PlayStation guys are not happy with this. And again, I'll say this again. Does it affect me at all? No. I got 2 PS5s. You know, even if the PS5 Pro comes out and there's an increase on that, does it affect me? No. Does $50 is $50 gonna make or break me? No, it's not. Am I absolutely, do I think this is some bullshit? I do, but again, when you got to hear from you, like Strictly says, he wants to know the reason why they did it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
but like,
and the reason is Japanese yen tank.
The thing is, look, this is what I like. I like hearing different perspectives. Like, I like hearing. Listen, you guys can say corporate this and corporate that, but this is what a good conversation is. You hear everybody's ideas and what they're thinking, and what some people, and the other thing is, some people don't want to hear the truth, or they just want to go with the fluff and shit. I put the link in the chat. If you want to come up here to have a conversation, again, anybody's welcome to do that. I've said it 1,000 times. But I think this is good conversation, people. You guys can't just get mad because someone has a perspective that you can't align yourself with. You know what I mean? Like,
bro, it's just because we're just not on the same level of thinking. So that's their fault.
It's not only that too, you know.
And that's why like I even like listen. I came in here and spoke about it because I just want, Blaze is my guy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all good people.
Yeah, bro.
So I just wanted to give my opinion on it. But this is really the only time I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because again, a lot of those conversations lack nuance. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to know the answer. They just want to keep it to the, strictly with PlayStation. They want to talk specifically about PlayStation increasing prices and stuff like that, but not really knowing why. And again, it's not defending. I'm about, again, the answer, the reality of it.
So strict. So Xbox.
I don't want people to tell me what I want to hear, bro. Tell me like what is the
what
actual
I need to
answer,
know,
regardless of how I feel. This is the answer.
So Xbox and Nintendo says they're not with it, right? For the moment, you never know, right?
Xbox did it already, though.
Yeah, you know what I mean, though. Like they're saying we're not gonna. Yeah. So you think they'll stand on that? Because these companies always say something and then do something totally different.
I mean,
and why hasn't Nintendo and Xbox wanted to do it? Why just Sony for worldwide, basically? Not worldwide, but for those.
To be honest, I don't really.
What's your
know.
opinion on that?
I don't really know, because I mean, Nintendo, they specifically are successful off of their first party games, so it's a little bit different for Nintendo. I'm assuming. But Xbox, again, I gotta bring it up, but Xbox already did it in India.
Not only that strict, but you remember now,
like
the chip that Nintendo is using is really old, so they could get it at a bargain because the company that produces that chip is not in high demand, so they could get it on a whim. And most of Microsoft production and stuff like that is in the US.
Yeah, and again, man, like I don't claim to be no financial analyst. I'm not. Honestly, that's my weak suit in the grand scheme of things. I just did my own little research, you know, and talk to just some people that can school me on stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I know I want out of pocket when I talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's the answer. Xbox, they already increased their prices in India. So, but was people really were they talking about that?
No, but I seen some guys said, "Oh, Cole Eastwood said this." And look, first of all, if you're an Xbox centric channel, they're gonna spin it one way. If you're a PlayStation channel, they're gonna spin it one way. But like,
and let me say this too, man. Like, this goes back to the companies, dog. Like, of course, Sony can't eat. Of course, they can't eat that cost and stuff, bro. They don't have the capital and the money Microsoft has as a whole. Hence, why Sony has to move very strategically with PlayStation, extremely strategically. You know what I'm saying? It's their bread and butter. So yeah, like they're not going to be able to like, you know, just eat the cost of stuff like Microsoft. Microsoft can do that. They can afford to do that as a whole, but Sony cannot. Like, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? So, and again, a lot of those conversations, man, they like nuance because they want to just specifically keep it to Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, when in all actuality, it's that's really, it's about the company and the code in the forecast in general. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the financial forecast in general, bro. But they want to keep it to PlayStation, Xbox, and I'm like, and that's why I just don't even be having this conversation because it's dumb, to be real about it. On Twitter at least. You know what I'm saying? Or different social media platforms. That's just where I'm at with it, bro. Honestly.
Yo, hey, the point is, bro, I do think there's a lot of fake outrage about this. I really do. I think and a lot of the Sony guys that do come out and say they're mad about this, they're really not. They're just checking the box. I really believe that. I feel like they're just checking the box to say, you know, see, you know what I mean? When they do something wrong, I speak up. Like, I feel like, I'm not saying there's not genuine people out there that are PlayStation fans but I feel like the most of them are just rolling with the punches because they don't give a fuck. They're sitting, their PlayStation's right there. They're just chilling right now. Honestly, they don't give a fuck. They don't. Right. You know what I mean? And like, I'm listen. I'm not with the following. I'm not with the follow the sheep. I give my opinion. I like people that give their opinion. I like people that, you know, look into shit and don't just talk out of their ass. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. Like, yo, you're not going to agree with me. You can disagree with me all the fucking time. That's okay. We're all different. Yo, if all of us come up here and say the same shit, that's not a good conversation.
Nah, that's a pointless one.
What's the point?
And gaming Twitter in the community is the loud minority.
Fact.
Oh my God. 100%.
That's just the honest truth. You know what I'm saying? 100%. It's a loud minority. I mean, that's the honest truth. And when you just start to learn it, you know what I'm saying? And just, again, you can kind of see how I'm changing, how I move, and what I speak on and what I don't speak on. Because again, I'm just learning more. You know what I'm saying? And I like learning. You know what I'm saying? I love substance in my conversation. So, you know, if people don't agree with it,
Strick, you know what I've noticed? Whenever somebody has a strong opinion, they push back against it. If you got a strong opinion and they happen to disagree with it, they're gonna push back heavy on it. It's just that's human nature, bro. Like, whoa, he's being too extra. You know, he's this, he's
facts.
Bro, it's okay, bro. We're all fucking different. We're all gonna see things differently. We're all gonna like, yo, and again, this shit, does it really affect me? Do I really care? I don't. Like I said, I still think it's bullshit though. I still think they didn't have to do it. Even if investors pulled, you know, I still think, you know what I mean?
No business has to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I agree with that. And that's why I say in the beginning, like, none of this is good for consumers, period. You know what I'm saying? At all. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, there's acknowledging the consumer part and then just, you know, acknowledging the reality and business aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? And we're into, you know, people up here speaking, we into both of them. We understand both. We're not picking and choosing. You know what I'm saying? That's just the honest truth about it, dog. Like, so at the end of the day, look, the PS5 is going to sell regardless. And when the next showcase is announced, this is not even going to be a conversation on Twitter anymore.
I just said, yo, Eric, listen, I usually don't do this, but I got to put that up. That is a fact. the people that are speaking the loudest and complaining the most live in the United States, and they already own a PS5. That's hilarious.
Fact.
That's pretty good, you know. And look, again, a month from now, this will be forgotten. The only people that are bringing it up is Xbox University on a Twitter space, because you know Xbox don't got much going on when it comes to the software side of it. But this is gonna get swept under the rug. Trust me. And I guarantee you, more companies will follow suit. I'm not making any commitments. I'm not saying Microsoft or Nintendo, but you see what's happening. You know, monkey see, monkey do, and it's a snowball effect. You know what I mean?
Listen,
Because
the only
they're about their
good thing
bottom
about
dollar.
this is every time Sony drops some quote unquote bad news, they drop some good news. So we might get a showcase announcement this week or next week.
I've already look, and I've always said and maintained the stance that there'll be a showcase on September 1st. But like I've always maintained that. I mean, I could be wrong. That was just my personal speculation, you know. But
Yeah.
The Last of Us remake drops on Friday. You know what I'm saying? So to have a showcase on Thursday, the day before, you know, going into that game would be kind of insane. You know, so that's just how I looked at it. And September 1st is a Thursday, so it's definitely believable. But regardless, man, like you said, Blaze, a lot of it's just talking points, man. And
Mm-hmm.
to be honest, bro, and me and you have had these conversations. I mean, I don't really care what people think, because people are going to have. And when I say I don't care what people think, I mean like the large majority, right? But the people like I really talk to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I put value into their thoughts and their opinions, you know. So, but in the
100%.
grand scheme of things, I don't care, because people are going to have their opinion about you regardless, no matter what you say, what you do, whatever. And look, man, at the end of the day, that's why I stopped really talking about this stupid stuff on Twitter, man. You can't go to Twitter and have nuanced conversation. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? So this is the first and only time I was going to talk about it, you know, because Blaze is my guy. You know what I'm saying? We can actually have this conversation. Muck, you my guy. You already know the vibes we on. So
Facts.
that's that.
So Muck, like, remember we talked about this with Muck? He's like, yeah, you know, I pay $800. You know, I pay $90 for games, and I live in the Virgin Islands. Like, you know what I mean? And Muck's not the one that complains about shit, and he's the one that's paying that tax, and he's paying that shit. So
Exactly.
it'd be the people that, you know, don't even have PlayStations complaining. It'd be the people that, you know what I mean? I swear to God, they just want to be a part of the conversation. They want to, you know what I mean? They want to like.
No, that's my fault. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. We just it's true though. It'd be people that really don't even be fucking with a PlayStation that be talking.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's because Muck knows the value of what he enjoys.
Exactly.
Like you know what I'm saying? It's not about 80, 100, it's not even about that, bro. If he wants to play it, he's a gamer. So if he wants to play a game, there's not really a relatively possible you know, price that he's not willing to pay to experience that.
Listen, I'm getting God of War Yacht edition. I mean, that says it all.
Yeah, facts. I got the Yacht Nerd edition too, like 300. Boom. Like
Exactly.
like you know what I'm saying, and that's that. Like that's that. You know, so like you said, man, a lot of it just
Fake outrage, man.
Yeah, man, a lot of it just talking points without, you know, nuance, and you know, mofo is just not really trying to get down to the nitty and gritty and actually know the answer stuff, because it goes beyond gaming. You know what I'm saying, for a lot of things. So that's just where I'm at with it. And that's all I got to say on it, you know, to be real.
Yo, I've been playing Saints Row, bro.
Hey, that's why you're playing right now.
Saints Row, bro. Listen, the more I play, the more fun I have, but the more bugs I run into, bro. Like,
yo, but I played it all night. I was like, you know, I don't know, it's something weirdly. Yo, by the way, bro, the car customization on that game is better than Need for Speed and Grand Theft Auto combined, bro.
That's a fact.
I'm so blown away from the car customization in that game. I know it's off topic, chat, but I was like, what the fuck? Like, you can fucking change every fucking thing, dude.
You can literally change anything. Your guns too.
I was playing around with a truck this morning. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, man. Like it's a super fun, dope game to play, man. Like, you know, it's one of them things, man. It reminds me so much. It's scary on how much it reminds me of Battlefield 2042. Because Battlefield 2042 is many bugs and glitches and issues it had at launch. It was so fun to play, bro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's how this Saints Row, and it's not as bad because Battlefield 2042 is a live service game, so it's just not as bad. But like Saints Row it's a buggy, glitchy, fun ass mess. Like that's what it is, but it's so fun to play, bro.
It's a sandbox fun, yeah. I definitely gotta jump in that shoot. Yo, I made some whips that yo, kicker, by the way, Kappa kicker. Watch the Copeland, the 4080 and 4090 launch. First of all, I want to say this. I got a 3090, strictly got a 3090, number one. Number two, that's what y'all said last time. The 3090 will max everything out at 4K 120, and it's not the case. You know what I mean? So, we'll see. I hope you're right though, because I'm gonna be there day one buying that 4090.
Oh, it's fake outrage. Just like it's the whole gaming is going away and who is dismissed. No, it's not. Gaming is actually thriving. I mean, do certain stuff need to happen with the quality of titles and stuff like that with different
100%
publishers? Absolutely. But gaming is thriving, bro. Like, why do we think it's making more money? Like, it's way more lucrative.
But strict. Look at it this way, right? For the people who say gaming is going away, gaming is the biggest money maker in media. It's more than movies. It's more than music. So where is it going?
This is the thing.
Where?
This is the thing. How many games on PlayStation do you see getting movie and show adaptations?
Okay.
If gaming was going away, this would not be happening.
Exactly.
I feel like that's the new norm, though. Like, I feel like every like popular game is gonna get some sort of, not everyone, but a lot of them are getting these little spin-offs or a show or a movie or, but Strick, you gotta be real. Usually games that turn into movies are trash, like all of them.
Yeah.
Like when you think about it, like not all of them, but the majority, like the Assassin's Creed,
definitely the majority. But like
Resident
Uncharted
Evil
was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? And so it's going to be interesting because again, Ghost of Tsushima is getting a movie, and the director of John Wick is making that. So I mean, look, man, gaming is thriving in its totality, bro. And again, it kind of depends on where you getting into the qualities of different subject, so I'm really not gonna go there, but this is why I said before, like we're somewhat, what I'm saying, entering dangerous time with gaming, because PlayStation, we're so reliant on PlayStation, so, and it kind of goes back to third party support this year. Yeah, it's been a rough year because third party hasn't been holding their weight. But next year, look at all the third-party titles we're starting to get at the end of the year and early next year. So that's why third-party, and we just talked about this on Solidcast the other day with third-party when we were talking about, I know it's bad for the annual games to come out because the quality isn't that good in the grand scheme of what we enjoy, but those games are needed for the forecast of gaming.
Right, for those dry spells. The third party games just haven't been coming out at a consistent rate where they keep us fed. You go through a couple months where you're hungry, man. You're like, damn, man. Then dudes want to get mad when you play a game like Saints Row and it gets bad reviews or whatever. It's like, bro, what do you expect? Like, people are hungry for something new. The people are hungry to play something different, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm so, you know what I'm sick of too? I'm sick of games coming out. And listen, I love it, right? I used to hate September so much, and September 6th is my birthday. But I used to hate the month because it was back to school. You know what I mean? And it was only time good video games would come out was after September. And like, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, I had this whole summer off and I did nothing but sit on my balls and play no games. You know what I mean? Because they want to get that Christmas check. They want to get that revenue. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's just like tradition. But like, I feel like more developers are putting out games like middle of the pack now. I feel like it's starting to change. And the whole Tuesday games used to come on Tuesday. Now they come on Friday. There's multiple reasons for that. But, I just like that change. I like it, man. Just push it out, man.
Absolutely, definitely like that change because you get to play over the weekend, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. You know, and look, man, I look, I agree. You already know, I agree 100% with that. And that's why I said, man, getting into the quality of games, that's like a different subject. But again, man, like that's why we see live service games that's going to be going to PC. There's going to be more games, going to PC because, all the super fanboy stuff aside, it just makes sense from a business perspective. And as long as it doesn't affect the quality of titles that we have, they can put the games on PC day one. I don't care.
No, they can't.
I mean, I don't. I'm saying I personally don't care.
No, I don't care either, bro.
Yeah. Like,
listen, I think Sony knows. Listen, Sony knows what the fuck they got to do.
Yeah,
why put the game on PC day one when they can wait a year and make you know what I mean? Like Sony knows they can sell 5, 10 million, 20 million, and if they're just patient, they'll make their money at a $70 rate plus put it to PC and get the extra button. But
Blaze, that's why I don't listen to people who say, "Oh, Sony is going day and date soon." Why would you go day and date when you see people double dipping?
They don't need to. No. You know what it is? The Xbox guys want Sony to do it just for bragging. For bragging rights, dog. Like, that shit. They just want to be the same. Like, PlayStation's not Xbox. They're PlayStation, and this is where it comes back to bite us in the ass as consumers. PlayStation's in the position where they feel like they're on top. Well, they are on top, and they just put out the game. They know we're gonna buy it. Like Xbox, they gotta prove it right now. They're on a prove it deal. You know what I mean? They're on a 1-year contract. They're on the Antonio Brown contract.
That's why prove it. Yeah, that's why I say consumers. Competition is great for consumers, man.
Yep.
And right now there's not really any strong competition.
Nope.
And that's just the harsh reality of it. And so that's why when people say, we the fanboys, it don't really make sense because we want the competition to be good, so we get better games in the long run. So at this point, let's just keep it a buck. We have to pray that Sony don't start getting, crazy, what I'm saying, cocky and just start giving us whatever. Like that's literally what we're hoping on. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's just kind of where I'm at with it, man. But I got a meeting in 10 minutes, so I got to drop off here.
Yeah, I'll holler at you in the Discord in a little bit.
Yeah, you know that, man. I'll be on.
We'll play something.
Sure. All right, y'all be easy, man.
All right, bless.
Yeah, no, like in the whole PC thing, like I don't mind double dipping. Like when it comes to Spider-Man remastered, like that shit looks incredible on PC on an ultra wide. You know what I mean? I don't mind double dipping. So whether
and a lot of other people don't mind double dipping. That's why I say the day and date shit don't make no sense. Because if
everybody double dips, bro.
Exactly.
From the people I know.
Everybody who I know has a PlayStation and a PC, they double dip.
Right.
So why go day and date?
That's what I'm saying. I think it would be cool, but like, you know what Sony's probably realizing. Like I said this before. If God of War outsold Spider-Man on PC, the initial launch, I mean, just peak numbers for day one, which is still telling, dude. I would have never in a million years thought God of War would outpeak Spider-Man. But you know what happened is a lot of those sales are PlayStation guys that have PCs that are double dipping too, because look, we got Spider-Man on PS4. And then we got Spider-Man on PS5 right after. So it was still fresh in people's mind. Like, man, I don't need to buy this on PC. I just played it on PS4. I just played it on PS5. Now I'm going to go buy it on PC. You know what I mean? So, the people that are out there that think PC gaming is this big, scary device that, dude, there's no difference. You see this DualSense? I boot up a game, click it, grab my controller. If you want to use a controller, if that's what you're scared of, there's no difference, bro. Like, it's the only difference is you're getting much better quality, maxed out textures, right? There's no compromise on PC. If you don't want there to be, you don't have to compromise on PC unless you're fucking Crisis or Cyberpunk. It's like. That whole PC
something crazy.
Go away.
Yeah, people. I just laugh at when when people bring up this, oh, Sony's going day and date, I say you can't look at the numbers and think that that's really going to happen anytime soon. You can't.
No. Yeah, you got a computer, Monk. You need to get
Yeah,
a PC, bro. You got a PC?
yeah, but it's not for gaming though.
It's for printing files, huh?
It's for just doing shit, you know. I got my PS5. When I sit down and in front of my nice TV and I boot up my PS5, just
See,
relax, man.
brother, trust me. There's times where see this fucking listen, man. You see me, I'm like hunched over. I love my PC. Trust me, I'm on listen, Monk, I'm on my PC more than my consoles. It's not even close. You know why though? Because PC is a fucking PC. You got the benefits of it being a fucking PC. I can browse the web. I can watch porn. I can fucking jump in Discord and chat all day. You know what I mean? Like, it's a fucking PC, you know, but this chair, you know, being so close to the monitor, sometimes I just want to go sit on my couch and play on my fucking OLED and just
Yeah.
relax and put my feet up. Trust me, I get it. That's why I never understood people that are just stuck in one console space. Bro, there's no way if there was an if Half-Life 3 came out tomorrow, there's no way I'm missing that. I don't care if I have listen, I prefer PlayStation when it comes
Yep.
to software, when it comes to the controllers, shit like that. I like that whole ecosystem. Trophies, cool. But there's no way I'm going to miss a game if I want to play it. Like if I'm interested in even slightly on Xbox or Gears of War, whatever, I'm not missing that experience just because I prefer PlayStation. I don't understand these dudes. I don't get it, bro.
I was about to buy a Series S, right? Before they showed Starfield, and when they showed Starfield, I said, you know what? I'll wait because there's no point in buying that console right now because there's nothing coming out to play. Now next year,
Why are you gonna
now
buy a Series S for what? That's gonna be a doorstop for you, bro. Buy either an X or buy a PC, bro. Don't even buy the S for what?
you're right.
Bro, with that, listen, I know it's only $300, and to buy a PC, you know, if you want a decent PC, you got to spend a little bit of money. But you know, you got a TV, bro. You got an OLED,
Yeah,
bro. That OLED will run great as a monitor. I'm telling you, runs better. You know, if I were you, I would look into like saving up or get a PC, bro. I'm telling you,
and that pre-built.
bro. Listen, the whole pre-built thing. I know people are like, pre-builts are fine, bro. Go to NZXT, go to like a credible site and get you a pre-built. Any problems, you don't got to worry about it because you're new to PC and you might seem intimidating. Well, you don't want to change parts. I get it. Trust me. I 100% get it. But like, I'm telling you, Mug, I'm telling you, like when dudes say, oh, you know, this game looks better on PC, it runs better, bro. It's not a lie. You know, there are some games that you know, there might be a few games out there like, yeah, the PS5 version looks good enough. Like, I don't know what they're talking about. But especially for older titles, like you see what the fuck you've been missing for so long, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, because I hear everybody talking about Spider-Man and saying they don't see like a big difference to say, hey, I need to get this on PC versus the PS5. Everybody who I saw play Spider-Man on PC had the same conversation. They don't really see like a big difference on PC.
Yeah. Yo, SJ, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the €5. Sony got good games in the works, so it's all good. And that's the thing. You know, I will always like as long as PlayStation makes it, you know, as long as PlayStation, that's what I'm saying. If PlayStation goes day and date, what's the point of me owning a PlayStation?
No point.
Unless like you said, Mark, you want to sit down, relax, and play a game on a big screen TV. But you can still do that regard. It's just like, don't make my console irrelevant. It's not me crying like, oh my god, don't bring the games to PC. I'll share my screen, people. I own all the PlayStation games. I own them all on Steam. It's just I don't want it to be irrelevant. I got my PS3 plugged in. I got my N64 plugged in. I got a PS2 plugged in. I got a 360 plugged in because there's certain games, even though I'm not going to play them every day, even if I play them once a month, the fact that there's exclusive content on there that I can't play anywhere else, like it just adds value to me, bro. It adds value to me.
I like playing stuff like SOCOM. I used to love SOCOM.
Bro, don't get me started with SOCOM.
Man, listen.
It's look, this whole price increase thing though, I think, like I said, Muck, give us some time, it'll disappear. You know what I mean? I think we're gonna hear about this shit for just all these next podcasts are gonna be all about Sony increasing the price. It's gonna be the hot topic all week. And it's like, oh my god, I think today's RGT, God forbid we gotta talk about this shit for another 2 hours.
Look at it this way. We almost had some bigger news than that, but the deal fell through because Amazon was about to buy EA, but I think the news leaked, so they canceled the deal.
Yeah. Wait, Amazon was gonna buy EA?
Yeah.
And what happened? They seen Madden and ran away?
The deal leaked, like somebody leaked the deal, and Amazon backed out.
Really?
Yeah, because these shit's supposed to stay confidential until the deal closed.
Wow.
So yeah, Amazon
fuck Amazon for that though, right? Like, this shit be leaking all the time. Like, come on, Amazon. Like, really? Like, that's some. Come on, bro. Like, really? Like, this shit be leaking all the time. Like, I'm gonna pull out the deal now. Like, I don't know. That's just ridiculous. Nev says he don't know if that was confirmed. Listen, I'll stay on here for another 5 minutes. I'll post the link again. Anybody else want to give their opinion before I get out of here? That's cool. But this shit is, like I said, for the people that own PlayStations, I don't see what they're definitely complain, definitely give your opinion, but to cry about it, I don't know. I think, like I said, I still think it's bullshit. I still think Sony goes about things the wrong way. But they're PlayStation. You know what I mean? What do you want us to do? I seen some other guy say, "What do you want? Do you want them to call your number and leave you a voicemail?" It's like, bro, that's not what we're saying, man. You know what I mean? Just randomly Wednesday at 3 a.m, you put out. You know what I mean? It's just, it is what it is. Like I said, people are paying attention to all the shit all these little things that adding up for Sony, and they might be tiny little things that get swept on the rung in the long scheme of things, but. I think there's a way to go about shit. Like, I mean, don't make your consumer feel like they, like, that's why I give Xbox a little credit, because they involve their consumers. There's no, I don't know. It is what it is, man.
We have to be more transparent than anybody else. We have to go above and beyond all that shit.
I agree, man. I absolutely agree. What's the chat saying, y'all? What are we saying? Y'all really mad about this, or?
I ain't really mad about this shit. It's all for Twitter, man. That's all it is. All for Twitter.
You think so, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want me
That's for these guys who be yelling and screaming on Twitter, man.
Iraq. Matter of fact, hold on. Stay right there, dog. Fucking fraud, yeah. Iraq, type again, brother. Good. Hey, E-Rock. Good, sir. Can you please type again, sir? Please type one more time. I sent the mechanic to your crib. Watch your fucking mode. You heard? Yeah. Type again, E-Rock. Tell me if some things changed for you, brother. Dirtbag. All right. You buy some merch. Let me give you back your rent, dog. Yo, shout out to I'm Rich Swag Lord. That's Little Dirk's cousin right there. Look at the picture. That's him. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Little Dirk's cousin, man. But yeah, Muck, you know, it is what it is, man. It'll be interesting to see the PSVR's price, you know, with all this shit going. It'll be interesting, you know, what the new controller will cost. Like I said, if Sony's high and they're out of their fucking mind, they will sell this. If they sell their controller for over 150, like no more. What's the elite controller? I think 160,
180, 180.
Okay, I bought 3 of them. I should have known that, but we'll see, because this shit is broke on me twice already. So we'll see the quality of it. We'll see how much they're selling it for. And if they're fucking crazy, they'll sell it for more than $180. But I don't think they're crazy.
I think, personally, I think anywhere between 180 to maybe 200. 200 is tops.
They can't do it, bro. You can't sell a controller for 200. You can't do it when your competitor is not. And you know, I mean, I don't know. That's a whole different topic. It's just
because what they were saying in the whole article, they're gonna have like interchangeable stuff on it. So I think they're gonna do like the regular Pro, and then they're gonna do a package Pro with like they're gonna package in couple interchangeable stuff in it.
You know what I heard too? I heard that when you buy a PS4 Pro, there'll be like a bundle.
A PS5 Pro?
PS5 Pro with the Edge controller bundled in it.
Wow.
But you know, that's just what I seen on Twitter. There's no, you know, that's completely a rumor. So, but you know, I mean, I think Xbox had the, you know, Elite series, and they had a Elite controller in it, I believe. But you know, shout out to Nev for having the worst. Muck, you watch soccer?
Yeah.
What do you think of Manchester United?
Horrible.
My man.
I'm a Barcelona guy.
You're a Barcelona guy. Oh, man. Barcelona. So you had your glory days back in the day, I feel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm
we got
buying
some bad management, and then everything went down the toilet.
Yeah, no, that's facts. Barcelona had their day. I mean, they're still a good team, you know.
Yeah.
I'm an Inter Milan guy, you know what I mean? The best team, bro. First place or nothing, dog. Yeah, kicker, I can't wait, bro. You know, listen, I talk shit, but I'm just as bad as anybody else because I can't wait. I need that controller. You know what I mean? I bought the Astro E40, I bought the Scuff, I bought the third party ones. I got sent one. I'm not gonna grab them, but I was looking to grab them. But like, you know, that I love Elite controllers, right? And it's not even because I want to you know what I mean? Half of it got to do because I suck at games, right? You know what I mean? Nah. But it's just like I love new tech, and I'm curious to see what they put out. I hope to God it's up to standards. Like, you know what I mean? I hope it's quality on that. But yeah, that's it. You know, that's it. I figured I'd go live. I'm bored. I'm jobless. So people are like, Blaze, what are you doing up? Like, bro, I ain't got shit to do. Might as well go talk about this shit. And I wasn't about to run a Twitter space. I wasn't about to do that.
Don't worry, you're gonna get a job next week.
Well, yeah. I'm supposed to be starting a new job soon by mid-September. So we'll see. You know what I mean? But I appreciate y'all for coming through.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, Blaze. Always good
Muck,
conversation, man.
Muck, you held it down, brother. You kept me company. Trust me. If you didn't pull up, I would have been into this shit. But you know what I mean? You brought up some great points. You know what I mean? You always show support and love, bro. You already know.
Always.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so I think we got RGT podcast. That's Big Cloud channel
Yeah.
at 5:00. It should be that at 5. I don't know, because it's
So
been so
I gonna be there.
yeah, today should be there. There's enough information, Gamescom and this shit. So we'll be on RGT at 5:00 on Big Cloud channel, and Solid Cast will be Wednesday at 9:00. If I'm still alive, because I've been having chest pains like crazy. I went to the doctor, they did X-rays, they took blood work. I don't know why my chest be like hurting and burning. I don't know.
Heartburn?
It's not hard. It hurts on this side. Like, it just, I don't know. Fuck it. I ain't gonna even bring it up, but you already know. Thank you for the link, John. Good looking out on that. Yeah. Y'all be safe, man. I fucking really appreciate the support, people. You don't even fucking understand. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Always.
Thank you 1,000 times. Swear to God. Thank you. Yeah, we'll holler at you on the next time. Who knows? Maybe some news pops up. I'll be back. Who knows? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Cage, appreciate it. Yo, Tool Man, good to see you around, man. I used to see you back in the day, and then you kind of went away. Good to see you back, bro. That's love. Rich, John Delta, Nev, Meds, you already know. Eddie Denny, thank you for becoming a member, bro. You already know. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.